Hello everyone, welcome back to the Mama Vic channel. It's been a while. For those that are continuously interacting with the channel, I'd like to thank you. Those that are always coming back to watch. If you're new to this channel, I talk about a range of topics. That I think are very useful and very intriguing in the sense of the way you should think about cryptocurrencies, or not you should, but in a way, a certain perspective of how you could think about crypto. And I get tired. I haven't done a video in about 2 weeks, but I didn't want to perpetuate ideas that didn't mean anything to me. So today I want to talk about something special, but before I do that, I'm going to talk about a range of topics, but micro, and I'm going to make this video short. So not macro, but rather micro. Yeah, that's what I said. But before I start, guys, there's this project that I created. It means a lot to me. It took me a couple of hours to create, well, in terms of days, but the product came out in a way that I didn't expect, and I called it N.I.O. This name came from I put out a poll. I was like, guys, whoever gives us the best name, gives me the best name, because I was solo on this, will be given N.I.O, this bot, or whatever. At the time, it didn't have that name. I just called it the Fetch Head bot. And the other versions that I made after that. So this particular, I'll go into the details later in terms of supply, and then I move on to what we're supposed to talk about today. So let me just play this video for you. I created this in Blender from scratch. Every bit was created by me. There's nothing imported into Blender. Everything is, I didn't even use symmetric editing. I literally edited all sides individually. Okay, let me just play it. So this is called N.I.O. So that's the name that actually won. Guys, I really love how this thing came out. I love how it turned out. The finesse, the lighting, the sound, everything synchronized so well, and I'm proud of what I created. Of course, I created this. You can see the sign Fetch.AI. This is one of the networks that I talk about here. I created them, of course, in their name. So you can see the logo here, and as this synchronizes, you can see the Fetch sign here. And I call this the Fetch bot because I have this intention of seeing Fetch. Those that haven't seen my videos, these guys are doing this multi-agent system kind of thing, autonomous economic agents, but I'm not talking about them today. So I've always envisioned having this kind of a physical but virtual representation of their technology, and that's the inspiration of creating this N.I.O bot. And I plan on exporting this into Decentraland. So before I continue, or other metaverses, but I have this land in Decentraland, so I think it will be a very good way to start. It will be a good place to start from there. But let me first go into the other versions that I created. So basically, N.I.O was the first, as you can see here. If you go to this was minted on the Polygon network, of course not on Ethereum, otherwise it would be impossible, and you can find it on OpenSea. So if you type N.I.O bots, watch out for scammers, guys. There's 6 items in total, but when you come here, I made the supply of N.I.O, which is that main bot that you saw, 100 total in supply. Then I created N.I.O blue, N.I.O green, and N.I.O red, which I call the N.I.O RGBs, actually including N.I.O glow as well, which I call the N.I.O RGBs. Now, the N.I.O green, N.I.O blue, and N.I.O red are limited to 200 maximum supply, and I've already distributed a bunch of them to community members that are supporters. And you see I haven't listed blue, green, and red on the market. Neither have I listed glow. The only one I've listed is the actual N.I.O, and I've listed only 50 of them because the others are going to be distributed to many other members, and people have already taken some of them. There's some YouTube members I'm looking at, and hopefully they comment, but I'll go back into the comment section and look for them. So anyways, as you can see, guys, after supplying these tokens to the people that supported me, you can see some of them I've listed. N.I.O glow, which is 31 maximum supply. Someone listed it for 20 Ethereum. It hasn't been bought yet, but it's still exciting that someone sees that much value in my project. N.I.O red, someone listed it for 10 Ethereum. Guys, no one has bought yet, but I'm still building, and I'm looking out for partners out there. If you're out there, by the way, and you're good at smart contracts, or you have some experience with Decentraland, or even a way of exporting stuff from Blender and in a compressed format, such that you can import them as moving 3D objects into a virtual world like Decentraland, reach out there. It's very possible, but it's kind of time consuming, and you might be out there and you know how to do it. So please reach out. I would truly appreciate it. And also, if you have some skills in developing smart contracts, there's some websites I've looked at and want to sort of mimic what they've created. It's something simple, can be replicated, and I want to create an incentivized model around these bots. The supply will never increase. That will be it. So the only ones I'm selling are these N.I.Os. I'm selling only 50 of them already. I think 4 have been bought, and each of them is just going for 0.025 Ethereum. Guys, this project means so much to me, and I'm very proud of how it turned out. Okay, so all right, guys, let's move on. So before I continue with actually what I talk about today, I saw this tweet here. Here it is. Last week, CEO, founder of Fetch.AI, Sheikh, was in New York and NASDAQ studios for an interview. So guys, you can check out this. These Fetch people, they continue to work, they continue to iterate, they continue to build a product which is very superior, but the market hasn't yet caught up on it. So in my whole career of cryptocurrencies, over 4 years now, I've explored so many ecosystems. So many, from Ethereum, the technical side, Bitcoin itself, EOS, so many others, XRP, how to create tokens. I've created trust lines, but I'm going to go into that later. Before even other people created trust lines, the evidence is there in the videos. Check in the videos in my YouTube. So guys, you can check out some of these videos by Sheikh and his interviews. There was also something else here. ICYMI, FetchAI's CTO, Jonathan Ward, joined the Edge of NFT podcast to discuss the increasing role of Fetch.AI powered applications in real world businesses. There are hints shared in the podcast on our future plans. Now guys, I don't think I've listened to this. If I have, I've forgotten, but I'm going to listen to it. I'm going to get back onto this the next time I do a video. But if you check out the comments here, we have a comment here from Brandon, a user called Brandon. John is one deep dude. So that's the CTO. It's exciting to hear this. Actually, when you see John's tweets, you can also see what he talks about. This was such a fun, wide-ranging conversation. AI can be such a positive force in Web3 economy. I hope this show opens eyes and hearts. Guys, so this is from the Edge of NFT people. So I urge you to go out there, go to Fetch.ai. I'm sure you'll find a retweet of this and listen to it. Whether you like this platform or not, you can't just throw away information. It's free information. It's out there, guys. Go check it out. Okay, so that will be the podcast and how it looks like. Obviously, they focus on artificial intelligence and machine learning. And those that are out there, things like augmented reality, generally artificial intelligence, machine learning. Some tout machine learning as something that could be the final innovation of humanity. Why? Because with artificial intelligence, we can create so many other things that we can't create out there. Those that have done engineering, that you can actually simulate models and create them. AI, given the boundaries that you put in there, say you want to simulate something to maximize its aerodynamic sort of structure, the AI algorithm will look at the boundaries that you've given it and then design for you a monocoque structure, a singular structure that can do what you want. So it's very important, and to see a cryptocurrency company that's one of the biggest in the AI, at least in terms of what the kind of product they're building. If you're not too sure, please watch the first ever video I made about Fetch.ai. It will make a lot of sense, and if you have time, please check out the others as well, the other tens of videos that I've made. Okay guys, so now the thing that I wanted to talk about today is liquidity. I don't think a lot of people are bullish enough on liquidity. Why am I bullish on liquidity? It's because, for example, go to CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko. You're going to go under decentralized exchanges. For those that do not know, in a centralized exchange, for example, like Binance or Coinbase, these market makers are not automated unless, of course, they're bots set up by the company itself or maybe some savvy individuals. But you're dealing with people-to-people, peer-to-peer transactions, right? I mean, we don't even know what's happening in the background, but you go on there, you sell. In a decentralized exchange, you provide liquidity. So there's a liquidity pool. This liquidity pool could have two tokens. That was the basis of these DEXEs, right? Decentralized exchanges. You have two tokens. If you want one, you put in one, you remove the other, you exchange for that. Now, there are even multi-asset DEXEs out there. So being someone that looks out for these platforms right now, if you're not a technical person and you're wondering what kind of value you can provide in the crypto space, providing liquidity means you're supporting these platforms. Now, I'll give you an example of what this means. First of all, the obvious reasons that these platforms could become liquidity hubs in the future, such as institutions, individuals want to seek liquidity from these platforms. If you want to lend, borrow, it could even be up to governments borrowing from these decentralized exchanges because they've built up so much liquidity. If you want to trade like $1 billion, you can do that on a DEX because it has so much liquidity. Of course, that's a bit far away from now, but I'm trying to give you this value proposition of what these things might become, okay? Now, of course, the biggest DEXs on the Binance Smart Chain and Ethereum, there's others on Solana, Avalanche, and whatnot, and Polygon. Those are platforms that are amazing as well, but I'll just use these two examples. PancakeSwap, if you're new to the crypto space, basically you can come trade, you can exchange, you can add liquidity, you can add your own liquidity pairs. You can create your own toilet paper coin mixed with, I don't know, book coin, and mix them and create a liquidity pool of those. So if whoever is interested in toilet paper coin, they will just come, deposit book coin, and take out toilet paper coin, or the other way around. Now, it seems like a very simple thing, but the simplest things are the ones that completely change the world and flip it. Okay, so now I'll put things a little bit more into perspective. And this is the last thing I'll look at. So just like I said, I've looked at many ecosystems for a while. Now, I've looked at the XRP ecosystem, and I've set up trust lines way before it was even a thing to set up trust lines here. As you can see here, I'm sure if you can check the transactions, this was me trying out setting up my own sort of currency of the country where I was born, which is UGX. You can see XRP, these other sologenic whatever's there. You can view these contracts. Every token you're seeing here is on the XRP ledger. So you can see the contract. Some of these companies come out and say they've burned their addresses that they used. So if I slow down, you come onto the XRP ledger, you have an XRP address. You can use that XRP address with tools that are already existing. You don't need to know programming. Within a few minutes, maybe the first couple of 1 hour, 2 hours, because you're trying to understand the whole ecosystem. But after that, it takes like 5 minutes or less to create any token to represent any kind of value. Now, there are these things called trust lines. For example, if I want to convert my XRP to US dollars, I have to convert that. For example, you can see here USD provided by Bitstamp. Bitstamp is saying that they have $1 billion worth of US dollars because they've created 999,999 million, 999,999,999 tokens over here. Okay, so if you come and convert your XRP into USD, that's like a what do they call it? That's a receipt. That's credit. Means if you bring back that USD and you want to convert it to XRP, they promise that they're going to change it back. It's like an IOU. Now imagine a time comes where the decentralized exchanges are so big to the point that they're all setting up trust lines on the, let me give an example, the XRP ledger. A lot of people think XRP might become the token, a global reserve currency, for obvious reasons. For those that haven't looked into that and what that means, do a little bit more research, okay? Or if you want, comment in the section and I can talk about it a little bit more. So imagine these different decentralized exchanges. They have so much liquidity that anyone that trades on something like the XRP ledger trusts to seek this liquidity from these exchanges. Now, that's one use case for the potential of liquidity. And that is the point I wanted to make today, guys. Have a good one. See you on the next video. Thank you.